Hello, my friends, and thank you so much for tuning into Glam Life Wig and Makeup Reviews. For those of you who are new, my name is Kristen, and today I am really excited to bring you a review of a wig that I recently modified. I fell back in love with it after I checked out the color a little bit more in detail. As you can see, this is a very rich, dark brown color, and it just looks gorgeous. I am very much into these rich, deep colors for the fall months and winter months, and I think that this is just absolutely gorgeous. But there was something I didn't like about it. As y'all know, if you've watched my videos in the past, I don't like bangs that hang, way down in my face. So let's just start out. This is Noriko's Avery, and it's in the color Coffee Latte Rooted. And here's the little tag to it. So this is Avery Coffee Latte Rooted. And if you're familiar with Avery at all, Noriko's Avery, I'm sure you know that it normally has bangs. And when I first put it on, the bangs were falling almost down into my eyes. And I love the color. I love the richness. I love the loose barrel curls to this at the very bottom. But I was not happy with the bangs. So I decided, and I've never done this before, I decided to modify it. And so I just basically cut the bangs off, and that's what we have. And then I was still really disappointed with it because it wasn't looking quite right. So I was able to finally modify it enough to where I could swoop some of these smaller pieces at the top across and then pin it with one of my little blingy pins. And it seems to work out really well. I was really impressed with this, and because I really wanted to wear this wig and I wanted to review it for you, and I wanted to give you a look at what Avery looks like, but the bangs were just way too long. And for those of you who love bangs, you might really love her with the bangs, but for me, I don't like anything that's like tickling my eyelashes or right in front of my eyes. However, I just didn't want to let her go because the color is so beautiful, and I really adore this curl pattern. It's really gorgeous. It's really luscious in color, and it's just really a beautiful style. The only thing that was bothering me was those bangs. So I was able to modify it. And I was really, it took me several, minutes and into the hours before I was actually happy with the finished outcome. But once I did, I was actually impressed that I was able to finally modify. I've always been scared to modify anything. I don't like to change anything from its original packaging and the way it comes to something different. So I was really nervous about that actually, and I thought, well, if I ruin it, I'll just have to, handle it. It'll just be the first wig that I modified and ruined, but I'm actually okay with the outcome. So I'm going to do a quick 360 spin so you can see Noriko's Avery from all sides. This is a gorgeous long layered style, and this cafe latte is just absolutely beautiful. It's a really rich brunette. It's like a really medium brown, but then it does have some lighter auburn to like golden brown strands kind of mixed in, and it's just really, really beautiful. So again, I'm going to do a quick spin and just show you everything. And as you can tell from the profile, you can see that the curls are kind of loosely, kind of like you took a curling iron and wrapped each strand around. It has that loose barrel curl, and I just love that. It's very feminine, very beautiful. It is so pretty in the back. And because of that, that was the reason why I just wasn't wanting to let it go. I thought this is so pretty if it just wasn't for the bangs. And I think, this would make great holiday hair. It's just really, really pretty. It's kind of straight here through the top, and then it gets real curly at the bottom, and you have those beautiful barrely curls. So I am going to show you the cap construction, and I'll give you a closer look. See what I mean by the latte? It's a really rich medium brown, but then you can see how there's like tones of swirls of caramel in there. And those curls are just really outstanding, you guys, and I really, really love it. So let's take a look at the inside cap. The inside cap of this one is a basic cap, and I'm okay with those. You have an extended nape, and you have the what do we call these? The fasteners. They're like the hook and loop ones on each end, so you can cinch it in. And then we have the tag that says Noriko Collection, and the other nice thing is it does say that it's Avery and that it's Coffee Latte. So I love that they've printed the name in the tag. That really helps, because for a lot of us, you know, especially me, I don't always put them back in their original boxes. I store them other ways, and I sometimes forget, especially when you have a huge wig collection. It's easy to forget, well, what was this style, or what was this name? So I've done pretty well with it, considering as many as I do have in my collection. I've done pretty well with remembering the names, but once in a while I forget, especially if it's one that I don't reach for often. So I love that. Also, we have the open wefted in the back that's stretchy. And then in the front, we have just the basic classic cap. It already has some makeup on it. But we have the basic classic cap. There's no lace front. And that's why when as you can tell, I just kept the bangs right along the edge there. I had to do some, you know, I had to figure out how am I going to disguise the fact that there is no bangs, and clips always come into play really nicely with styles. That's why I always mention hair accessories, because they really do work quite nicely. And you can pin it just like that, pin it across, and it really will disguise it, especially since when you put it on top, you know, when you put it on, all of this is above your head. So when people are looking at you, you know, they're not noticing. If somebody didn't even know who this wig was or who this style was, I don't think they'd even realize that it was supposed to have bangs. But if you just put enough of this across, it'll disguise that. So that was my experience of modifying a wig. I think it worked out okay. For me anyway, I'm okay with it. And it allowed me to love this wig, because like I said, the curl pattern on this is so beautiful, and I just did not want to let it go. And it was one of those where honestly, I loved the color when I first got it, but I did not like the bangs, and I wasn't, you know, I was new to wig wearing. I started wearing wigs about March of 2019, March of this year. And I just was not, you know, I wasn't ready to modify one at that time. This is one of the first ones that I purchased way back. And I wasn't ready to modify at the time. I just wasn't confident enough to figure out what I could do over the course of wearing wigs and accessorizing them with these different clips and stuff. I figured that, okay, if I take the bangs, if I remove the bangs and just cut them off, then surely I can just modify it with some other pieces of hair to make this work out okay. And it has. That was the only thing that was bothering me, though. Everything else about the wig I love. I love the length. I love these curls. These curls are outstanding. You just can't get much better than a longer length wig that makes you feel beautiful the moment you put it on. And the thing that's nice about Avery is because it does have a classic cap, it's going to run a little bit less than the lace fronts. And, you know, for those of you who are new to wigs or haven't chosen a wig yet, don't let the fact that there isn't a lace front turn you away, because there's always a way that you can, you know, wear the wig so that it doesn't still look like you're wearing a wig. I know a lot of people are concerned about that, but oftentimes you can get a wig that doesn't have a lace front for a lot less. So, you know, if money is a concern, that is one way that you can kind of still have a lot of the gorgeous styles, because there's a lot of beautiful styles out there without lace fronts, and they're still really good quality. And I think that they're beautiful when you put them on. And this is no exception. I love the color. These curls are just, they're really, really pretty. They're the kind of curls that just make me think of glamorous and holidays and festivities and fun. These are those kind of curls. So I just wanted to give you a quick look at this. I know that I haven't seen a whole lot of reviews about Avery. I haven't really looked it up a whole lot because, like I said, for the longest time since I purchased it, it wasn't really on my radar. And it was simply because of those bangs. So I'm here to tell you that even if you have a wig you don't like because of bangs, you know, if you can just get up the courage to modify it, steam it, do something with it, you might actually end up really, really loving it. So, you know, we all have those styles where, you know, we get them and maybe it just wasn't, you know, there's just, we love it, but there's just that one thing that's really kind of frustrating. And that's what it was with this. It wasn't the wig at all. I love the cap is very comfortable. It feels good on, and the style is dynamic. So it had nothing to do with the style. It just had those bangs. And I just don't like anything in my face because it's just kind of irritating to me when I'm constantly moving it and then I can't move it out of my face. So I'm more of the style, and they were short. They came down to about right here, but because of the length, I wasn't able to just pin them away. Usually if it's a longer bang, you know, if it's like 5, 6, 7 inches, I can just pull it away from the face and clip it back with one of these little clips, and I'm good to go. On all of my other styles, like, you know, the John Renault Sarahs or any of those, I can just clip whatever's falling away from my face because the hair is long enough. In this case, the bangs were just the exact same length and they stopped about, you know, they're straight across. If you look it up online, you can see what it looks like originally with the bangs, and they're pretty, unless you have a really long forehead, which unfortunately I don't. They were hanging down into my eyes, and I could have just clipped them, you know, shorter and kept the bangs, but I really just like a style. I'm just more comfortable with a style like this where it's just completely away from my face. It's kind of interesting because as a child I used to have bangs and I really liked them, but now that I'm an adult and older, I've been for years, at least 20 years, I haven't had bangs, so I'm just not used to that kind of feeling in front of my face, and that's why you don't really see me in a lot of styles like that. If they're short enough, I can manage them, but these were just too long. So I'm just really happy with the fact that I finally got up the confidence to just cut them off and see what I could do. And I wanted to share that with you, that that you can modify them and they can still work out okay, because this style is beautiful, and I really wanted to get some use out of the style and show you guys how gorgeous this color is in Coffee Latte, and just, you know, be able to enjoy it for the winter months that are approaching us. So again, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I'd love for you to become a part of this. I do try to upload these videos at least 2 to 3 times a week. I have makeup reviews and I also have wig reviews, so definitely check that out. Love for you to join and be a part of this wig community. There's a lot of wonderful wig sisters out there, and we all kind of help each other with the different styles and, you know, the different colors. We can all help each other, and it's really an awesome community. So hope you'll join us. And again, also in the description box, I just want to point out a few things. If you click the little down arrow down below in my description box, you will find a link to my eBay store where I do post wigs for sale. And then there's also a link to my Facebook page where you can follow me for periodic updates. I have my email address listed below if you'd like to send me a comment or suggestion. I'd love to hear from you guys. And there's also a link to my sister's channel, Daily Dazzle and Dawn Stamper, and you can check her channel out for a lot of really wonderful wig reviews as well. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that everybody is having an awesome day, an amazing day. It was really cold here a couple of weeks ago, about 16 degrees, and now it's warmed up again to the 50s and 60s, and I'm thankful for that. I hope it stays that way because I love the warm weather and not having to worry if I have a coat with me or not. So I'm just going to hope that holds on a little bit longer. And I hope that everybody has a really great day, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye.